The internet was already buzzing with conspiracy theories. But when Joe Rogan took to his podcast and started peeling back the curtain on Erika Kirk and her relationship with Charlie's parents, the story shifted from whispers to a full-blown bombshell. Rogan didn't hedge, didn't hint, he went straight for the jugular. "People don't know the half of it," he said, leaning in with that tone he reserves for the moments when he's about to drop something seismic. Erika's been controlling the narrative for years, and Charlie's parents, they've been pushed into silence. But here's the kicker. They never agreed to the story Erika's been telling. The studio air went heavy. His guest's eyes widened. Rogan doubled down. "I've spoken to people close to this family. What Erika has told the public and what she's told Charlie's parents are not the same. The truth is darker, messier, and it explains why his parents have vanished from the spotlight." Within hours, clips of Rogan's comments hit Twitter and TikTok, sending the internet into meltdown. Hashtags like #Rogan exposes Erika, #Kirk's silenced, and #Family Truths rocketed to the top of trending charts. Fans dissected every second of the clip. The inflection in Rogan's voice, the moment his guest shifted uncomfortably, the raw certainty in his words, and the speculation went nuclear. Was Erika lying about finances? About the funeral? About Charlie's final wishes? Rogan never said specifics, but he didn't have to. The mere suggestion that Erika had deliberately misled Charlie's grieving parents was enough to light the match. Twitter boiled over. If Rogan's sources are right, Erika didn't just shut out Charlie's parents, she lied straight to their faces. Charlie's parents raised him, built him up, and now they're erased. Erika's narrative doesn't add up. Where are the parents? Why are they silent? Because someone's keeping them that way. TikTokers took it further, dramatizing. Imagined phone calls between Erika and Charlie's parents, overlaying the clips with eerie music and captions like, "You don't need to know the truth." Millions of views poured in, and in the middle of the frenzy, Rogan hinted at something chilling. Charlie's parents have receipts. They've kept things, letters, emails, recordings. The only reason you haven't seen them yet? Fear. And if what I've heard is true, Erika has every reason to be terrified of those files getting out. The internet froze. Receipts. Recordings. What could Charlie's parents possibly be holding back? Suddenly, Erika's carefully crafted silence looked less like grace and more like strategy. Her Instagram posts Bible verses, black and white filters. Captions about strength through silence were ripped apart in the comments. Thousands flooded her page with accusations. What did you hide from his parents? Release the truth. Charlie warned them about you, didn't he? What started as a podcast segment had turned into a full-blown digital trial. Erika stood accused not just of sidelining Charlie's parents, but of deceiving them. And if Rogan was right, the next revelation wouldn't come from Hemet, would come from the grieving parents who had been silenced for far too long. The stage was set. The truth Rogan teased wasn't just about family drama, was about lies, power, and legacy. And now, the entire world was waiting for Charlie's parents to break their silence and show us what they've been hiding. Because if they did, Erika's empire could collapse overnight. To understand why Joe Rogan's revelation about Erika Kirk and Charlie's parents detonated across the internet like a bomb, we need to rewind to the beginning of Charlie's rise, the introduction of Erika into his life, and the gradual, chilling transformation of his relationship with his own family. Because Rogan didn't just accuse Erika of lying, he exposed the cracks in a story that had been carefully painted over for years. And those cracks have roots that go deeper than anyone realized. Charlie Kirk wasn't just another political firebrand who popped out of nowhere. His earliest years were shaped by the unwavering devotion of his parents. Friends and insiders say his father worked tirelessly behind the scenes, helping Charlie secure his first fundraising opportunities. structuring deals and guiding him through the cutthroat world of conservative politics. His mother, meanwhile, was described as fiercely protective, ensuring her son stayed grounded while his public persona grew louder and larger than life. In the beginning, the Kirks weren't just supportive, they were central. They appeared at events, cheered him on from the sidelines, and served as the invisible scaffolding holding up his ambitions. Old photos still circulate online of the three of them together, smiling proudly at early rallies. For Charlie, family wasn't just background, it was his foundation. But then came Erika, when Erika entered Charlie's orbit. She dazzled, sharp, photogenic, and ambitious. She projected the image of a woman who could match Charlie step for step. Their marriage was framed as a union of power and faith, a perfect pairing of two young conservatives destined to dominate the movement. To the public, they looked unstoppable. Behind the curtain, though, whispers of tension began almost immediately. According to a former aide who later spoke off the record, Erika's presence shifted the balance in Charlie's inner circle. If you wanted Charlie's ear, you didn't go to his parents anymore. You went to Erika. She became the filter, the gatekeeper, that didn't sit well with his family. At first, the disagreements were minor: scheduling, finances, who got a say in travel plans. But insiders say it escalated quickly. Charlie's parents, who once had a direct hand in his career, suddenly found themselves pushed to the margins. Decisions they used to be included in were now made behind closed doors, with Erika at the helm. The first public sign came at a fundraising gala years before Charlie's death. Guests noticed the absence of his parents' once regular fixtures at his side. When asked why, Erika allegedly brushed it off with a smile. They preferred to stay private. But whispers swirled that the truth was more complicated, that the parents hadn't been invited at all. As Charlie's health reportedly began to falter, cost control tightened. Rumors spread of legal documents being drawn up, trusts being adjusted, decisions about his estate being handled swiftly and quietly. According to Joe Rogan's podcast, Erika reassured the parents with one version of events while moving differently behind their backs. One alleged insider told Rogan's team she would say things like, "Don't worry, everything is secure, everything is fair." But behind the scenes, she was cutting them out step by step. This is where Rogan's claim that Erika lied to Charlie's parents stakes on its full weight. Because the parents weren't just grieving. They were confused, disoriented, and misled. They believed they still had a voice in their son's legacy. What Rogan revealed is that Erika may have told them exactly what they wanted to hear, all while ensuring they were sidelined. It's why their silence after Charlie's death suddenly looks suspicious. At the funeral, it was Erika who controlled the microphone, Erika who dictated the messaging, Erika who stood as the voice of the family. His parents barely appeared. Some guests whispered that they looked distressed, even angry. Others noticed they left quickly, avoiding the cameras entirely. Why Rogan suggests it wasn't just grief, was betrayal. "Imagine burying your son," he said on air, and realizing the person standing at the podium is the same person who's been lying to you behind closed doors. That's what they're living with. Fans online began piecing together timelines. Old Instagram posts from Erika, captioned with vague references to silencing negativity and keeping control of the story, were reinterpreted as subtle jabs at the parents. TikTok creators created timelines of Erika's rise versus the parents' disappearance, framing it as the perfect setup for Rogan's bombshell. And through all of it, Erika stayed silent. The tension that Joe Rogan unleashed with his podcast wasn't just about speculation, was a fuse lit on a powder keg that had been building for years. By the time the major conflict broke wide open, the internet wasn't just watching. It was dissecting, documenting, and demanding the truth. And when the first twist hit, even Rogan himself looked shocked at how quickly the drama escalated. It started with an exclusive leak from an independent journalist who claimed to have been contacted directly by someone close to Charlie's parents. The headline alone was enough to stop readers in their tracks. Emails show Erika misled Charlie's parents about estate control. Inside were blurry screenshots of alleged correspondence between Erika and a legal advisor. One line leaped off the page: "Make sure his parents believe they still have oversight, but limit their access moving forward. It's better for everyone if they remain unaware of the restructuring." The public gasped. Erika wasn't just sidelining Charlie's parents. She was allegedly feeding them a carefully packaged illusion of involvement while stripping away their actual control. Twitter erupted with fury. She didn't just lie, she staged a whole charade. This is next-level manipulation. Rogan was right. Charlie's parents were grieving, and she played them. Memes flooded timelines. One viral edit showed Erika holding a puppet labeled Charlie's parents, while the strings snapped with the caption, "Oversight revoked." But then came the first twist, one no one expected. A YouTube channel uploaded what it claimed was a secretly recorded phone call between Charlie's mother and Erika. In the audio, a voice eerily similar to Erika's could be heard saying, "You don't need to worry about the accounts. I've taken care of everything. It's all under control. Just focus on healing." Charlie's mother's voice trembled on the other end. "But why weren't we consulted? These were his wishes. We're his parents." The reply was ice cold. "This isn't your responsibility anymore. It's mine." The audio spread like wildfire. TikTokers dramatized the conversation with ominous filters. Reaction videos hit millions of views overnight. And Twitter trended with hashtags like #NotYourResponsibility and #ErikaOnTape. For many, this was the confirmation they needed. Erika hadn't just lied, she had systematically removed Charlie's parents from decisions about their own son's legacy, while offering them empty reassurances. The media jumped in immediately. Some outlets carefully labeled the recording alleged. Others splashed headlines like "Erika Kirk caught on tape stripping parents of control." But the story wasn't done. Because within hours of the call leaking, a second wave of documents surfaced, this time from a mysterious Twitter account called @FamilyTruths. The account dropped scanned financial statements showing significant transfers from Charlie's estate into companies recently tied to Erika. The description above the files was blunt. She said it was for the legacy. Look where the money went. The amounts were staggering hundreds of thousands, labeled as consulting fees, event, strategy, and media branding. Fans were quick to point out that none of these expenses seemed tied to honoring Charlie's parents or maintaining their role. Instead, they looked like a quiet empire consolidation. The backlash was immediate. Instagram comments under Erika's posts turned savage. Consulting fees equals your cover-up. Legacy brand equals silencing his parents. Where's the money, Erika? Meanwhile, Erika's silence became deafening. She offered no denial, no statement. Nothing but another polished black and white Instagram photo, this time of a candle with the caption, "The truth will reveal itself." But the public wasn't buying it anymore. Every vague caption now looked like deflection. Every cryptic photo looked like stalling. And then came the moment that flipped the entire conflict upside down. Charlie's parents, long accused of being silent, finally spoke out through a family friend. In a short but gut-wrenching video, Charlie's mother, visibly shaking, said, "We were told things that weren't true. We trusted Erika, but she lied to us. Charlie would never have wanted this." Her father added, voice breaking, "Our son warned us. We didn't listen. But now the world will know." The internet froze. This wasn't Rogan speculating. It wasn't anonymous leaks. It wasn't whisper campaigns. This was Charlie's own parents confirming, on record, that Erika lied to them and that Charlie himself had tried to warn them before it was too late. The video shattered social media. TikTok was flooded with duets of people crying as they replayed the parents' words. Twitter timelines turned into a wall of support for them, with fans declaring blood over lies. YouTubers launched emergency streams titled, "The Parents Finally Speak On, It's Devastating." The first twist was brutal. Erika wasn't just accused anymore, she was exposed. The parents were promising even more revelations. And the implication that Charlie himself had tried to warn them? That was the kind of twist that turned a scandal into a nightmare for Erika. Because if his parents really did have proof letters, voicemails, videos, then Erika wasn't just a manipulator. She was the villain in her husband's final chapter. The major conflict was no longer brewing. It was here, front and center, ripping apart Erika's image in real time. And the escalation that followed would be even darker. The revelation that Erika Kirk had allegedly lied to Charlie's parents was already enough to shake the internet to its core. But what happened next? The escalation and shocking reveal pushed the scandal into uncharted territory. What began as whispers amplified by Joe Rogan became a full-scale cultural earthquake, with leaks so devastating that even Erika's most loyal defenders went silent. The escalation began with the mysterious Twitter account @FamilyTruths, which had already dropped financial documents hinting at mismanagement. Just days later, it unleashed a new trove of files labeled the Kirk Archive. Inside were dozens of PDFs, screenshots, and even short audio clips that painted an increasingly sinister picture. One of the files appeared to be a timeline, written in Charlie's father's handwriting, detailing their interactions with Erika in the weeks before and after Charlie's death. Key entries jumped out immediately. "She told us trust intact." "Not true," discovered restructure forms already filed. Funeral arrangements presented as non-negotiable. "We were excluded." Asked about inheritance told, "It's better you don't know." These weren't just disagreements. They were receipts, carefully logged by parents who clearly suspected they were being deceived. Then came the shocking reveal: 3 audio clips labeled voicemails. The first clip was Charlie's voice. Shaky but clear. "Mom, Dad, I don't think Erika is telling me everything. She's moving things around and saying it's for me, but I don't trust it. Please don't let her push you out." The second, "She keeps saying it's all about the legacy, but the decisions don't feel right. I just need you to be careful." And the third, the shortest, most haunting of all: "If something happens, don't believe her." The internet stopped cold. Millions replayed the voicemails over and over. TikTok exploded with sobbing reaction videos, users mouthing Charlie's words against black screens. Twitter erupted under #CharlieKnew, #IfSomethingHappens, and #ErikaExposed. The sheer eeriness of hearing Charlie's own voice, warning his parents' warnings that aligned perfectly with Rogan's. Accusations was too much for people to ignore. Fans flooded Erika's Instagram with rage. "He literally told them not to believe you. This is evil. Pure evil. You silenced his parents, but you couldn't silence him." YouTube lit up with analysis videos. Tech-savvy creators dissected the audio. The escalation hit nuclear levels when Charlie's parents released their own short statement. Filmed in a dimly lit living room, their faces pale but resolute. "We will not be silenced. You've heard his voice." That was only the beginning. The internet erupted with speculation. What else could they possibly have? Emails? Videos? A full testimony from Charlie himself, recorded before his death. Theories spread like wildfire. Some said the parents were saving the most damning evidence for court. Others insisted they were waiting for the right moment to drop everything at once. Meanwhile, Erika finally broke her silence on Instagram. She posted a photo of her holding a Bible. The caption: "The enemy twists words. Stand firm in truth." But the comment section was brutal. You mean HIS words. Truth. We heard him ourselves. Stop hiding behind scripture. Even some of Erika's closest allies reportedly began to distance themselves. Political commentators deleted old photos with her. Organizations quietly removed her from promotional materials. The stink of scandal was too strong to ignore, and through it all, the internet kept replaying Charlie's final, haunting voicemail. If something happens, don't believe her. The escalation had gone beyond scandal. It was now a cultural reckoning, a war between a widow desperately clinging to her narrative and parents determined to unleash the truth even if it crates. If it destroyed them all, and that cliffhanger was brutal. The parents insisted there was still more to come. Files, evidence. Maybe even a final message from Charlie that would obliterate Erik's dents once and for all. The shocking reveal had shifted the world's perception forever. Erika was no longer a grieving widow. She was the accused architect of lies, standing alone as the walls closed in. But the question now wasn't if more would come. It was when. And when it dropped, the world knew it would break the internet all over again. The leaked emails, the chilling voicemails, the financial statements by now. Erika Kirk's scandal had morphed into a cultural tidal wave. But the public and industry reactions that followed took the story to a whole new level. This wasn't just family drama anymore. It was a global obsession, with millions of people watching, reacting, and picking sides like it was the biggest reality show in history. Twitter was the first battlefield. For 3 days straight, hashtags like #CharlieKnew, #Justice for the Kirks, and #Erika Exposed dominated worldwide. Tweets racked up millions of likes as users replayed Charlie's haunting voicemail. If something happens, don't believe her. One viral post read, "We didn't believe the parents. We didn't believe Rogan, but hearing Charlie's own voice, that's the nail in the coffin." Memes spread like wildfire. One showed Erika as a chess master with Charlie's parents as pawns, captioned, "The Legacy Game." Another depicted Charlie's face in ghostly black and white with the words, "He tried to warn us." These weren't just jokes, they were cultural weapons, shaping the way millions now saw Erika. TikTok took it even further. The voicemails became an eerie sound trend, with creators lip-syncing Charlie's words over footage of themselves looking betrayed, hurt, or defiant. Within days, the audio had been used in over 400,000 videos. Some creators even staged cinematic reenactments of Erika silencing the parents, blending fact with drama until the lines blurred completely. Reddit turned into an investigative war room. Entire threads were dedicated to breaking down the leaked files, comparing signatures, analyzing Erika's finances, and even attempting to trace shell companies allegedly connected to her. One post titled "The Erika Network" featured a sprawling diagram linking her to suspicious LLCs and political organizations. It went viral, convincing thousands that this wasn't just about family, this was systemic corruption. Instagram was a war zone in its own right. Erika's polished, Bible verse-heavy posts became magnets for outrage. Her comments filled with fury. The enemy didn't twist Charlie's words. We heard them ourselves. Stop hiding behind scripture, face the parents. Truth doesn't need censorship. At the same time, fan pages dedicated to Charlie's parents exploded in popularity. Old photos of them supporting their son went viral, painted as symbols of love and truth standing against Erika's alleged deception. The narrative was simple. The parents were victims. Erika was the manipulator. But the industry's reaction may have been the most telling. Conservative commentators who once championed Erika suddenly grew quiet or worse, turned on her. One high-profile figure admitted, "I defended her at first, but the evidence is too overwhelming. I can't in good conscience support Erika anymore." Another declared live on air, "The parents deserve justice." Erika needs to answer. Meanwhile, mainstream outlets smelled blood. Rolling Stone published a sprawling feature titled "The Widow and the Warnings: Inside the Erika Kirk Scandal." CNN ran primetime segments dissecting the voicemails, while the New York Times cautiously noted that the evidence, though unverified, has shaken public trust in Erika's narrative. Even late-night comedians joined the pylon, with one quipping, "Imagine silencing your in-laws with legal threats while you're dead. Husband leaves voicemails calling you a liar." That's not politics, that's HBO drama. Celebrities outside politics couldn't resist chiming in. A famous actor tweeted, "Erika Kirk is trending more than my movie. And I get why this story is insane." A pop star posted, "Sending love to Charlie's parents. Their courage is inspiring." Even athletes weighed in, with one NFL player tweeting, "Charlie's parents greater than Erika." And then came the organized backlash. Fans launched the campaign hashtag #LetTheParentsSpeak, which quickly snowballed into a movement. Online petitions demanding Erika release control of Charlie's estate hit over 1 million signatures in days. Virtual rallies were staged across TikTok Live and YouTube, with thousands chanting in unison, "Justice for the Kirks." But Erika still had defenders. A small faction rallied under hashtags like #StandWithErika and #FakeFiles, insisting the voicemails were deepfakes and the documents forgeries. Yet every time they trended, they were drowned out by the tidal wave of outrage. The censorship of the leaks only fueled the fire. The internet erupted. Hashtags like #CharlieFinalProof, #TruthDrive, and #KirkConspiracy surged to the top of global trends. TikTokers reenacted the parent statement with ominous background music, treating it like a trailer for the biggest thriller of the year. Twitter was ablaze with speculation. What could possibly be on that USB? Was it a full video message from Charlie? Bank records? Legal contracts proving Erika lied? Or, as some theorized, a confession from Charlie himself predicting exactly what Erika would do after his death? And then the unthinkable happened. A short 30-second clip leaked from the supposed USB. The footage was grainy, but it showed Charlie sitting alone, looking gaunt and exhausted. His voice cracked as he said, "If you're watching this, then you already know. Erika isn't who she says she is. Don't trust her. Don't let her erase you, Mom and Dad. Don't let her erase me." The internet stopped breathing. It was worse than anyone imagined because this wasn't a voicemail. This was Charlie himself, on camera, calling Erika out directly. Fans went feral. He left a deathbed confession. This is the biggest scandal in conservative history. Erika didn't just lie. She erased him. You can't spin your way out of this. He literally said it himself. But then came the chilling part. Just as quickly as the clip appeared, it vanished. Deleted across Twitter, wiped from TikTok, scrubbed from YouTube. Accounts sharing it were banned. Entire discussion threads disappeared. People screamed censorship. If it's fake, why erase it? If it's real, who's protecting Erika? Joe Rogan jumped back into the fray, his voice heavy with disbelief. If Charlie left that message, Erika is done. But the fact it's being buried this aggressively, that tells me powerful people are scared. Meanwhile, Erika finally posted on Instagram an image of a cross, with the caption, "The truth is in God's hands." The comments exploded. "God doesn't lie, but you did. Charlie warned us about you. Your empire is over." And the parents. They ended their statement with one last, terrifying cliffhanger. You've heard his voice. You've seen his face. But you haven't seen everything. When the full video drops, the truth won't just free us. We'll expose everyone who helped her. The world froze. Everyone asked the same question. Who else is implicated? Was Erika acting alone, or were there powerful figures backing her? The cliffhanger was brutal. Charlie's parents promised more. Erika's silence grew darker, and the internet was left hanging on a thread. The story wasn't over. It was only just beginning then when the next leak hit. It wouldn't just be Erika's name at stake. It could burn down an empire. And now, after everything, the leaked emails, the phone call recordings, the censored USB, and Charlie's own haunting final video message, the truth about Erika Kirk and Charlie's parents is no longer just speculation. It's a firestorm. Joe Rogan lit the spark. Charlie's parents fanned the flames. And now millions of people around the world are demanding answers. But here's the most important part. This story doesn't end with Erika, Charlie, or even his parents. It continues with you, the audience. Because in scandals like this, public pressure decides everything. If Erika can silence Charlie's parents with legal threats, if powerful allies can wipe videos from the internet, the only weapon left is visibility. The more people talk, the harder it becomes to bury the truth. So I want to hear from you. Do you believe Charlie's final video is real? Was Erika lying all along, manipulating his parents to control the empire? Or are these leaks part of something bigger? Something designed to unravel